It's very important that the algorithm be open sourced and that any manual identified, so if somebody did something to a tweet, there's information attached to it that action was taken.
From the day Musk acquired Twitter, he's been on a mission to fix the platform and make sure it's a fair and equal place for all users. But what happened during Super Bowl Sunday threw Musk into another mad frenzy and even upset millions of users. Can you imagine what Elon Musk did to enrage so many users? I'll give you a hint that it had nothing to do with the Super Bowl itself. It had to do with something very mysterious and unknown lurking in the shadows of Twitter that he uncovered. A massive bias against his account that made him less popular given the number of followers he has. Join us as we expose the truth and find out who's really behind this conspiracy. It was Super Bowl Sunday, and Elon Musk had something to say about it. The tech mogul took to his Twitter page, much like the rest of us, and posted a simple message: "Go Eagles." Since Elon made view counts or impressions a feature he introduced on December 22nd of 2022 to make Twitter more alive, he's been analyzing the impressions of his tweets and conducting his own experiments.
You know what I'm talking about? After every tweet, if you have Twitter Blue, it adds this thread reader bar, which makes, and it was just annoying, because you don't ever want to use that thing. You tap on it, you're like, this is annoying.
What experiments are you thinking of? Well, for a tweet based on an American tradition that is a Super Bowl, he was expecting a lot of views, likes, and retweets. It did, in fact. Millions of people retweeted and liked the post, showing their support for the Eagles. But as the night went on and the scoreline continued to shift in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs, something strange began to happen. Musk's tweet was suddenly nowhere to be found. It had been deleted from the platform. This immediately aroused suspicion among Musk's loyal followers and fans, who had already seen strange activity on his page in the past. But this time, it seemed that something was definitely not right. What could have caused such a powerful figure to delete his own tweet? Had he made a prediction that was wrong and was now trying to cover it up?
Hones the message, looks at the feedback, makes this message slightly better. Within milliseconds, it can adapt its message and shift and react to news. And there's so many social media accounts out there that are...
The truth, however, was much more sinister. According to the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine, Musk's Go Eagles tweet had been live for at least 4 hours, including for an unknown amount of time after the Kansas City Chiefs won the game around 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The same page capture from the Wayback Machine also showed that, about 3.5 hours later, Musk had posted "Good game, Kansas City Chiefs" and described Rihanna's halftime show with 2 fire emojis before deleting the post as well. It was clear that something strange had been going on with Musk's Twitter account, and it only got stranger the next day when users began reporting that their For You feeds were suddenly flooded with tweets from the tech mogul. Despite having deleted his own post, it seemed like Twitter was forcing users to pay attention to him. But why? The answer to this question would soon come to light as the internet began to uncover a conspiracy involving bias on Twitter. It appeared that while Musk's post had been live during Super Bowl Sunday, it had not received anywhere near the same level of impressions as President Biden's tweet, which contained no mention at all of the game. Biden's tweet, in which he said he would be supporting his wife in rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles, generated nearly 29 million impressions, while Musk, who also tweeted his support for the Eagles, generated a little more than 9.1 million impressions before deleting the tweet in apparent frustration. Musk was understandably outraged. How could a tweet about the Super Bowl not receive anywhere near the same amount of exposure as one from the president? It seemed clear that there was an issue with Twitter's algorithm, which favored certain users over others, regardless of the content they were posting.
Commercialize it. Yes, agreed. And independently, I also thought, let's commercialize it. And allegedly, there was some other team that also had the idea, let's commercialize the T0, because AT Propulsion was not going to.
In response to this revelation, Musk flew his private jet back to the Bay Area on Sunday night to demand answers from his team. He was determined to figure out why his post had been so undervalued by the platform. Musk gathered roughly 80 of his employees in a meeting room late Sunday night, where he made it clear that if they couldn't fix the engagement issue, they'd all be out of a job. After a long night of brainstorming, the team found that there were a number of legitimate technical reasons why Musk's post had been blocked and undervalued. It turned out that Twitter's system had been promoting tweets from other users whose posts seemed to perform better to both followers and non-followers alike. One question Musk is interested in knowing is, why are his own tweets part of the group of those underperforming? Well, he got his answers. You see, it seems like Musk's reach has suffered because he's been blocked and muted by so many people in recent months, just after he acquired Twitter and became the CEO.
Is there anybody left at Twitter to even respond to the critics?
Well, Fred, Twitter is saying that it's still committed to protecting the election
And you, as you may have imagined, Musk doesn't like this news one bit. And the next step he took to fix it was totally unexpected. Musk ordered his team to fix the issue and promised to fly back in a few days to review their progress. And when he says fix, he means doing whatever it takes to get what he wants. Sure enough, just 2 days later, on Monday afternoon, the problem was fixed. Twitter had deployed a code that automatically greenlit all of Musk's tweets. It means his posts would be able to bypass Twitter's filters and show up in people's feeds. The algorithm now artificially boosted Musk's tweets by a factor of 1,000, a constant score that ensures his posts rank higher than anyone else's in the feed. Internally, this is called Power User Multiplier, and it only applies to Elon Musk. The code also allowed Musk's account to bypass Twitter heuristics that would otherwise prevent a single account from occupying too much space in the people's feeds. But what is the effect of this change in all these scenarios?
And like I said, to sort of speak in an authentic voice, like sometimes people will have.
According to one internal estimate, because of this new code, 90% of Musk's followers now see his tweets. This explains why people opening the app on Monday found that Musk dominated their feeds. A dozen or more of his posts and replies were visible to anyone who followed him, as well as millions more who did not. As for Musk himself, he acknowledged his bombardment of the timeline with a version of the popular forced-to-drink milk meme. One woman labeled Elon's tweets forcibly bottle-feeding another woman labeled Twitter, while pulling her hair back in the process. And how did Twitter's users respond to this stunt? Needless to say, users were not pleased. The public's response to Musk's algorithm update was swift and intense. Many users accused him of manipulating the platform for his own benefit, while others argued that the move violated Twitter's terms of service. Many complained about feeling overwhelmed by his tweets in their feeds. The hashtag #BlockElon began trending on Twitter, with more than 19,000 tweets from people discussing whether they should opt out of seeing Musk appear on their timelines. The controversy and accusations of manipulation only added fuel to the fire, and users from all around the world continue to express their outrage over what had happened. One of the user accounts, RockBandEve6, tweeted, "Hashtags are aesthetically repellent, but hashtag #BlockElon is trending, and I know that makes him furious, so LFG." While another user, Alex Holyoke, tweeted, "What's worse than a self-entitled narcissist? A self-entitled narcissist that has the power to manipulate social media for their own gain." The hashtag continued to spread, with more people voicing their opposition to Musk's antics and his use of Twitter as an echo chamber for his billionaire ideas. Now, before we dive into how Elon reacted to creating the worst hangover cure for Eagles fans and everyone else, why don't you go ahead and give this video a like? After all, every like deletes one Elon Musk tweet from someone's Twitter feed. Well, amid the uproar, Musk took to Twitter once again to make a brief statement. Please stay tuned while we make adjustments to the algorithm. He has since refused to comment on the issue, and observers are now waiting to see how this story will play out in the end.
Better?
We wish to.
Yeah, I think, there's rules are immortal, like once the rule is put in place.
In the meantime, it seems that Musk has been given a small taste of his own medicine in the form of public backlash. Whether or not he will change his tactics remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, Twitter will never be the same again. Now, what do you think about Elon's antics? Do you think he should be allowed to manipulate the Twitter algorithm for his own benefit? Or do you think it's wrong and he should be held accountable? Let us know in the comments section below. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.